Good morning everyone, how are you doing today? It's the 21st of December, it's Saturday morning, and it's just before 8 o'clock, and I'm here at one of my absolute favourite places. If you've been here with me before, you'll know that this is Sutton Scarsdale Hall in Derbyshire, not far from where I live, and I love to come here to see the sunrise on solstice morning, which is today, and I'm so excited that you're here with me. Now, it's not a great morning, it has to be said. It's very windy, it's raining, and I think the chances of us actually seeing much of a sunrise are pretty remote, but that doesn't stop us. You know we have faith that the sun's going to rise and that it's going to herald the return of lighter days eventually. There's a long way to go yet, but we know that this is the start of it. And I have to say, I love the autumn and the winter, but this year I'm finding it a bit of a struggle. I'm finding the darkness a little bit too much at the moment, and I think that one of the reasons for that is that it just seemed to come from nowhere this year. I know we had this conversation in my last video about how the darkness just suddenly dropped on us, and yeah, it's been a strange one, and I look forward to the return of the light and what that brings with it. And I get that some people absolutely love the darker months and revel in it and love it, and good luck to you if you enjoy that. As I say, it's something that I love too, but at the moment I'm struggling with it. So this morning's important because it heralds the start of the eventual return to lighter days, and I'm looking forward to that. So I'm here. I am completely alone at the moment. There is nobody else around, which is wonderful. It's just the most perfect place to be if you need a little bit of alone time. And the reason I love it here, especially for solstices, is there's a fantastic view to the east. It's clear and unobstructed, so when you get a good sunrise, it's an absolute banger. It looks amazing. It's just such a beautiful thing to see, but sadly don't think we're going to get that this morning, but never mind. What we get is what we get, and we're here for it, and I'm here for it, and I really hope you enjoy being with me this morning on this really, really special day. Now, I get that a lot of people like to mark the sunrise the day after the solstice, especially at winter. Now, I understand that, but for me, this is the most important part of the solstice. It's the last sunrise before everything changes, and to me that's an important turning point. So that's why I'm here today on the day of the solstice, to see that happening, just in case anybody was thinking, well, you know, that's not what I do, that's not how I mark it. That's fine, you know, you do whatever works for you, but this is what I enjoy, and that's why I'm here today. Sunrise is due at 18 minutes past 8, but the sky's already starting to lighten. It actually looks a lot lighter on the screen than it is in real life. But how beautiful is this ancient building against the backdrop of the bare trees and the grey sky? I just think it's absolutely beautiful. It is really windy, this morning, and I really hope that the sound's not distorted too much. But I'm just heading inside the hall. The last time I was here was at Lammas, and it was glorious sunshine, and we were looking forward to harvest and autumn, and can't believe we're at solstice already. It's time's just gone nowhere. I'm just heading out to my favourite vantage point, but I've not been able to come inside for a number of years at solstice because there's been lots of work done on the hall to shore it up and make it safe. So this is a really special time because it's the first time, I think it's about 9 years, I've actually been able to come inside to welcome solstice, and I'm so happy to be here. And the birds are already starting to sing. There's a big gang of rooks that live here. Don't know the collective name for a gang of rooks actually, though gang sounds quite appropriate. Yeah, and they always start to sing just before the sun comes up. So yeah, this is where I'd normally stand and see the sun rising to the east. So we will wait and see what the dawn brings us. I love the quietness and the stillness before sunrise. I'm not expecting to see the sun this morning, but it doesn't matter. The quietness is beautiful. Well, solstice sunrise is happening as we speak, and as we expected, there isn't much of a sunrise to see, but there's a definite lightening of the sky, and we know that somewhere under all this cloud, the sun, the sun is back, and I'm so sorry that I haven't got anything better to show you, but keep the faith because we know that the sun's there and we know that the lighter days are coming. So solstice blessings everyone from the bottom of my heart, and I hope that the coming of the light brings you a moment of joy every single day, and I hope that however you're celebrating um, over the next few days, whether you're celebrating solstice, Yule, Christmas, whatever you're celebrating, I hope that it brings you everything you wish for and that you have a really, really happy time. And I'm sending this wish to everybody who watches this channel. And if you're new here or if you're one of the OGs, I'm so thankful that you're here. And when I put my gratitude list together later, you can guarantee that you'll be on it. So, solstice blessings, everyone. Me and this little lantern have seen more solstice dawns than I care to remember. It's a little bashed up thing that I found in a charity shop, and I've brought it with me to every solstice that I've ever been to. Um, and I love it. I think it cost me about 50p, and it's one of my most important little bits of witchy kit. It lives on my altar all year round, um, and I love it when it gets a chance to shine. And here it is, welcoming the solstice dawn. So I've just got one more thing to do before we go, and that's to leave my little offering at the base of my favourite tree. And this year I've brought a rose, some carnations, and some pine. As you know, I'm absolutely crazy about pine, so it seemed the appropriate thing to do. It's all natural, everything will break down back into the earth, and this is just a little offering to say thank you to nature for everything she does for us, and that I'm really sorry for how she gets treated. So yeah, this is for her. Can you hear the rooks? There they are. As soon as the sun rises, they start chattering and swooping. It is really windy. It's blowing the camera all over the place, and I'm so glad I've got my cloak on today. Well, that was fun. It was certainly bracing. It's definitely blown the cobwebs off, and I've loved being here and seeing, I'm not going to call it sunrise, but seeing the sky lighting, and heralding the start of the lighter days was lovely. And it doesn't matter that there's no sun, it was still a really, really lovely moment. And I love to come here and mark these occasions. And now I'm gonna head off home. I promised Mark scrambled eggs for breakfast, so I'm gonna crack on with that. Got a couple of other things to do today, and a few other things that I'm going to share with you later on. So let's go home and see what the rest of the day brings. I've got some nice things planned to do after breakfast. I am heading out to get my nails done, which is long overdue. I'm going to spend some time with Mark. We're going to go out for coffee. And then when I come home, I'm going to pick some bay leaves from my jar, and going to do a little bit of banishing magic. And yeah, I'm just going to relax, going to make some time to enjoy being at home and work on my gratitude list that I've wanted to put together. And I'm going to make time for some some proper cosy time this evening with a lovely bath and some serious relaxation time, which I can't wait for. It's getting dark really early, so the curtains are closed and the lights are on, and it's time to get cozy and have a really quiet, peaceful evening doing things that I'm really looking forward to doing. I just want to enjoy the lights and think about the good things in my life and enjoy a little bit of pampering time as well. I can't wait to start these things. It's time to light my Yule candle to welcome back the sun. And here's my altar, all set up to welcome back the sun. And I haven't really gone overboard this year because I know, like a lot of people, I've not really been feeling it. Now that Yule's actually here, I do feel a bit better about it, and I'm a lot happier than I was. I've been feeling quite anxious, but that seems to have settled down. Don't know why that is, but there it is. Anyway, here's my altar, and I'll just quickly take you around it. So I've got my red candle to welcome back the sun. I chose red to represent energy and warmth and the light of the sun and the heat and, you know, everything that we haven't got at the moment. And that's in front of this Happy Winter Solstice print that I bought last year, and I love this print. I think it's beautiful. There's my little lantern that you saw this morning. I've lit him again this evening. And there's a few other candles, bits and pieces. There's my Krampus bell on the back of the picture. I have actually chosen the light card from the Yule Oracle, the Seasons of the Witch Oracle. You'll know from my community post earlier in the week that I'm not a fan of this deck at all, but I do like this card. I think it is appropriate for the season, so I thought that it warranted a place on my altar. There's my deer to represent male energy, and there's my hare to represent female energy. And here at the front is my little dish with the sun lid. I thought he was appropriate to be on the altar because this is what we're talking about at the moment, is the return of the sun. And there's also some greenery on here. There's some pine, there are some cones, there's some basil in here as well, which smells amazing. Some hypericum, the lovely red berries, and I think that looks really, really pretty. I love that it's slightly chaotic. I love all the greenery smushed up together. Down at the front, I've got, this is a new candle actually. It was a gift from Mark. I've been burning it for a couple of weeks, and it's called Winter Witch, and it's from the Reading Room Candle Company. I'm not sponsored, but I'm really, really loving this. It's a fragrance not what I was expecting at all, but it's very green but very warm at the same time, so I'm really, really loving that. Yeah, so oh, my antlers are on there with the sun as well, because they represent male energy and the warmth of the sun with the candle. So yeah, I hope you like what I've put together. Bay leaves are absolutely brilliant and I love them. They are such an important part of my practice. They are protective, they are banishing, and they also add amazing flavour to food. But what I'm doing tonight is writing out things that I want to get rid of on my bay leaves, and then I'm going to burn them in my little cauldron. And this is something that I do every Yule. I really look forward to doing this. It's such a small thing, such a tiny act of witchcraft, but something that I feel is of real benefit, and I really look forward to doing this. Just a simple act that is really important to me. I've decided what I want to let go of, and I've written those things on my bay leaves, and I'm going to burn them now. Under normal circumstances, I would have had my little fire pit burning outside, but unfortunately it's blowing an absolute gale here in Derbyshire today. We've had like 80-mile-an-hour winds at one point. So I'm going to have to burn these inside, which is unfortunate, but it doesn't matter, the intent's there. So they're going to go in my cauldron, and while I'm burning these, I'm thinking about what I want to let go, and how it's not helping me to keep hold of these things, and I'm visualising them just going and leaving me. So I'm going to let these burn and think about these things and how much better I'm going to feel when I've said goodbye to them. After dinner, I sat on the sofa and got cosy with one of my favourite blankets, and I spent some time thinking about the things that I'm truly grateful for. And to be honest, I could have written all night, but I kept it down to just the one page. And this is something that I do quite regularly. It's not just something that I do on Sabbaths or special occasions. I think that it's really helpful to keep gratitude at the forefront of your mind. And I know that that's not as easy as it sounds, and I know that it can be a real challenge to have an attitude of gratitude if you're in a precarious situation, and I do appreciate how lucky I am, but that's part of what I'm doing, is expressing that gratitude, especially at this time of year, when we rejoice in plenty, and it's not as simple as that for a lot of people. So I'm making a point of being grateful and thankful for all the good things in my life, and I think George approved of that as well, as he came to join me while I was writing. I promised myself a really snug and cosy evening, and that's exactly what I had. I started in the bathroom, of course, and I lit some candles in the bathroom, and then I enjoyed my favourite skincare products before I started running the bath. Now, you know how much I love the bath. It's something I do every evening, and tonight was no exception, but it was lovely tonight because I had a lovely new Lush bath bomb. It's the Brother Moon one that I added along with my bubble bath, and it was brilliant, and I had a lovely long soak. It was lovely lavendery fragranced water, really comforting, and I washed my hair, and then I dried it, and I put my favourite festive PJs on, and it was just so lovely and cosy, and I knew I hadn't got to get up for work, and it was just such a nice feeling. And then I got cosy in bed to watch TV, and if you know me well, you know that my favourite TV programme is Midsummer Murders, And tonight I watched my favourite episode, which is called The Ghosts of Christmas Past. Now, murder's not festive, but I love Midsummer Murders. It's my favourite thing, and I loved this episode, and I watched it all, and it was brilliant. I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining me as I celebrated the start of Yule yesterday. I had a lovely day, and it was everything that I'd wanted it to be. It was peaceful, it had some of my favourite things in it, it was quiet and calm, and it gave me a chance to reflect on everything that's happened this year, all the lessons I've learned, all the people I've met, and all the good things that have come into my life. And I had a really lovely day, and I just wanted to prove that you can have magical days that are completely normal and you know, you can enjoy the things that you love, as well as marking a special occasion. Not really sure what I'm trying to say there, but what I mean is you can do, you know, low energy activities to mark the solstices, the equinoxes, and all the other Sabbats, and you can do these things on your own. Is the point that I think I'm really trying to make. You don't have to be part of a huge group, although it's lovely to celebrate with a group, but I'm just as happy on my own. And I love that as witches we've got the complete flexibility and the power to do whatever we choose to make our craft our own. And that's what I've really been trying to say all year long, and I will keep trying to hammer that point home, because from some of the interactions I've had with you lovely people, I know that a lot of you feel like you're on your own and don't really enjoy that feeling. Well, I just want to say, you know, you're not on your own, and if you're here, you're not alone, and we're part of a lovely little community that has sprung up over the last year. And I love that we've come this far together. And if you told me at the beginning of the year that I'd be having this conversation with you lovely people today, I'd never have believed it. But here we are, and I am really thinking hard about what I want to do in the future, and where I want to take us. And you know, I'm trying to put plans in place and things in order, and we will see what pans out. But I promise that I will still be here trying to create more lovely energy with the really lovely people that are part of this channel. And that's all I've ever wanted right from the start. And I am so thankful that you're here, and thank you so much to every single person who has watched my videos, liked my videos, commented on my videos, you know, bought something from my Etsy shop, and just being part of our gorgeous circle of bright light. I absolutely love it, and I hope that you'll join me in the new year. I'm going to take a little bit of a break now to carry on celebrating Yule and Christmas with my husband and family. Got a few nice things planned over the next few days. Got a few meetups planned with lovely friends. Got a tattoo appointment that I'm massively excited about, and I am really looking forward to spending time with you again as the new year starts. So in the meantime, have a wonderful holiday however you're celebrating, and I wish you the happiest of Yule seasons, and I ask that you never hunger or thirst, and that you are blessed in all good ways as we go forward through the darkness of winter and out of the other side. And I will see you in the new year, and until then, look after yourself, keep your light shining, and blessed be.